Welcome to Garden Rewards, and if you're new here, my name is Wendy, so welcome to the channel. So this week's video is all about deadheading and pruning, which is just as important as planting your plants, because you've got to maintain them and look after them. I've got some roses that need deadheading, probably a couple of foxgloves and some irises, and I have a little look round and see where else needs pruning. So when I tackle the roses, what I like to do, I like to try and just grab hold of the rose and see if the petals sort of pull away, and then I'll trim the rose off, probably down to the next 5 leaves, or if not down to because some of them are in clusters of buds, and just snip that rose off. What I used to do was try and snip them off way before the petals dropped, but I found that you're left with just a lot of buds on the rose bushes, and I generally now I like to see the different stages of the rose opening and try and get to it before the petals fall. Today is such a windy day that a lot of the petals have fallen, which doesn't matter, but it's just to prune any roses off that have lost some petals and that need to be removed. Now this rose here, if you follow it down to the next 5 leaves and then cut it off, if you go down to the 3 leaves, the stem isn't strong enough to support a flower, so that's why when you cut it off, you always go down to the next 5 leaves. And this is another one here. You just put your hand around the petals because they're ready to come off, and because this is a single flower, I'm going down to the next 5 leaves, and you just give it a cut. And this one is coming all the way down to the next 5 leaves. And this one that's coming into bloom that didn't have so many blooms on the last video I did, this one is Boscobel, one of my favourites. It's absolutely beautiful, this one. No flowers to deadhead this time. We have got a lot of wind and rain at the moment, so we'll see how that goes, but it's looking beautiful at the moment. And this one is called Queen of Sweden, and she wasn't in bloom the last video, but I thought I'd give her moment. She's got lots of buds on with upward facing blooms, and it looks absolutely beautiful. So having looked at all the foxgloves, I think there's one I would like to remove, and I'll show you the other ones. I just want some of the petals to fall off and start to go to seed. There's a lot of flowers on them at the moment, and the bees seem to love them, and I don't want to cut them off just yet, but there are some new foxgloves that are coming up. They're never as good as when they first flower, the new shoots of the foxglove, but they are really pretty. But as I say, I want to leave them on so that the bees can enjoy them, and cut the one off that I'd like to remove. So this is where 2 new foxglove flowers are coming from. This is just about spent, that one, so I'm going to remove that, and then these 2 are going to grow into new blooms. The Centuria montana has a lot of flowers that are slowly dying off and fading, so I want to remove them. The bees and the ants seem to love this plant, and it's looking really healthy and really lovely, so I just want to remove some of the old blooms, and that'll encourage a lot more of the buds to open up. As you can see here, a lot of the bearded irises now are fading. There's only a couple of flowers left on and a couple of buds, but I just want to remove the spent blooms and just tidy them up a little bit, and I even think the leaves without the flowers are very interesting in the garden, but yeah, they are fading away, and it's just to tidy things up. And this one is a ranunculus. There's a couple of blooms need removing, still in flower, still looking lovely, but just to tidy it up, we're going to remove these 2. And these are the poppy seed heads. The petals have obviously fell off and it's going to seed, and I don't really want to collect them, so that's coming off as well. And this one I've removed. The outer case of the poppy hasn't came off properly, and the poppy inside hasn't developed, so that's coming off as well. And under this Campanula Bells Blue, I've got a Geum plant here, which I'm going to move because it's being covered by this plant, and it should have some yellow flowers on by now, so I'm going to move it into a more suitable location. And this one is going to go in here. And I've also got some of these Nemesia, and they're called Wisely Vanilla, and they actually smell like vanilla, and I think they'll look lovely just under here. And these will grow 30 centimetres by 30 centimetres. And that is it for this week. Everything looks a lot better with just a little bit of tidying up to do and just clipping the old blooms away. These ones are coming in the house to the bud vase because they were nearly falling onto the soil. But I hope you've enjoyed the video. Have a lovely week, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.